Kool G Rap has always been super, like, scalpel sharp. I used to stand on the block, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, and he would just repeat that. Selling cooked up rock, da-da-da-da-da. Money wasn't on my socks, cause I really would clock, da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da. It was all kind of things, bringing jackets and jeans, magazines, anything. It was repetitive in that way, but in a good way, in a way that was inspiring to me, and that sort of rubbed off, whether it was what I was trying to do or not, you know what I mean? It just, that's what was impressive on me. The first time I heard Road to the Riches, I was probably somewhere in 9th or 10th grade. I recently formed a rap group with my partner, who was a drummer at the time, who would later go on to call himself Questlove, and I would later call myself Black Thought, and we would later become The Roots, but I don't know what we were called at that time. I was also working after school. I had an after-school job at a pizza place called Pizzeria Uno. And I remember I had like a yellow sort of sports Walkman. It was chunky and you could drop it without breaking it and stuff. And I would listen to this record on my way to work and on my way home, at 3 o'clock in the morning after work. And I just really identified with the story of, not only was it a rags to riches story with which I could absolutely identify, but because I was in the rags phase of my life, but he was talking about, in this tale, which is, a well-rounded sort of narrative and a full cautionary tale, he was talking about, working in a restaurant and being, a porter and, washing dishes and sweeping floors and, doing many of the things that I was doing while listening to this record. So it sort of gave me hope, you know what I mean? It gave me hope as an artist that where I was in life, I wasn't necessarily destined to be there forever, you know what I mean?
I was sort of a reporter, taking the next man's orders, breaking my back with a shack for headquarters.
All my manpower for $4 an hour. I took the time and wrote rhymes in the shower, and I was living all of that. I was working, getting paid under the table, $4 an hour, you know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, it would have been great to have been making $5.
I used to stand on the block, selling cooked up rock, money busting out my sock, cause I really was clocked.
It was all kind of things. They bringing jackets and jeans, magazines, anything, trying to hustle up cream. The cash was coming fast, money grew like grass. People hungry for the blast, that don't even last. I didn't want to get involved, but the money would get you, getting richer and richer. Then police took my picture, but I still supplied. Some people I knew died. Murder's a homicide, reminders of suicide.
Money, jewelry, living like a star, and I wasn't too far from a Jaguar car.
In a small-time casino, the town's Al Pacino, where all of the girls are pretty boy Valentino. I shot up stores and I kicked down doors, collected scars from little neighborhood wars.
Many legs I broke, many necks I choked, and if provoked, I let the pistol smoke.
I feel like at its best, art sort of is able to illustrate, or is able to define just as much darkness as there is light, or vice versa at the same time. So, what's happening in this song is just that. It's like he's not, I mean, it's a glamorous life. You know what I'm saying? So he's being descriptive of it. He's speaking about it in a very real way, but again, also talking about the perils.
A fuck with months for drugs, he eventually bugs.
Looking for crack on carpets and rugs. A squeal it tells, but a dealer still sells. Little spoiled kids inheriting oil wells. It's just like, also, this is just something else that's happening in the world. Not my world, but, in their world, they inherit oil wells. Me, I was the type on the opposite side of smoking the pipe. In the beef, I got hype because rags to riches switches.
Made to witches, become stitches, body bags and ditches. Bloodshed, I painted the town red. People fled as I put a dress head to bed.
That means dead. In other words, deceased. Base got erased when bullets got released. Bombs were planted and kids were kidnapped. In fact, this was just a way to get back at enemies who try to clock G's on my block. So now he's just describing the wars that were going on for territory, like the corner wars over drug territory, which again was, he was, I guess, talking about his experience in Queens and in Brooklyn. And that's what was happening in my world in South Philadelphia as well.
Plans of rampages went for ages. Some got knocked and locked inside cages. Some bit the dust for a crumb crumbs and crust.
So that means some people died for nothing. In God we trust, all the money that they were doing it for now rots to rust. Nobody gets it. You can't take it with you. You know what I'm saying? Plus, Cap's a cop. The policeman drops. Like, I mean, what the fuck? He blew off his top when a pistol went pop. Troopers, soldiers, rolling like boulders. Eyes are staring there, hearts get colder. And then some young male is put in jail with a lawyer so good, his bail is on set.
I'm pushing on buttons, pulling on switches. My name is G Rap, I'm on the road to the riches.